My story of how I came to know Jesus for who he is, well, I guess I should say, some people I've noticed have sort of a Saul to Paul kind of conversion. You know, they're walking down one way, boom, God comes, yes, and they turn and life totally changed, totally different. Other people, like myself, kind of have more of a Peter story where you have to learn the same things over and over, and it's smaller steps of understanding. And so the way I kind of see it is, I grew up in a Christian family, you know, so I understood that I needed a Savior at a very young age, you know, 5, 6. I prayed the sinner's prayer like 100 times, you know, just to make sure. But Jesus might have been my Savior at that point, but he wasn't my Lord. He didn't become my Lord until my senior year of high school when I got in a near-fatal car accident. I got thrown out of a car, broke my back in 2 places, and my head. And that's actually what even led me to start playing the guitar, because I was healing on my back, and I was like, hey Mom, can I have a guitar? I'm bored, you know? And that's how I started playing guitar. But it was also in that moment when, you know, senior year of high school, you're usually just out being an idiot. I actually had this time of repose to kind of think about my life and go, man, my life is a breath. And I started thinking about Jesus' commands, and up till that point, I think honestly, I just felt like God was out to ruin my good time. You know, it was like, here's what's fun to do. And Jesus was like, you can't do that. And having that moment to sort of reflect, laying there on my broken back, I go, man, you know, God's commands are a good idea. And he's not trying to rob me of pleasure. He's offering me life to the fullest. And I would say it was in that time that he actually started to become my Lord. So he became my Savior at 5, my Lord at 17. And the next year when I went to college is when Jesus actually became my treasure. And it was because I got in a community of kids who would just sit outside and worship for hours for no reason but to worship God. Like they weren't worshiping God so that they could start a new ministry or something. They just were worshiping God because they loved him. I was like, wait, you guys don't want to go out and like get drunk, or you don't want to go party? They're like, no man, God's presence is the best thing I've ever experienced. And that's when suddenly Jesus not only was my Savior and my Lord, but also a delight, a treasure. And when that started happening, I started seeing major changes just flowing out of my life, not to win God's approval, but out of reaction to the fact that he already loved me. My name is Mike Donehey, and I have been Ransom.